All right, hey South Texas. I hope your day is going well. We have started off with some pretty gloomy conditions outside right now. Really foggy conditions. We have a dense fog advisory that's in place until 11 o'clock, set by the National Weather Service, just because of how much fog we're dealing with, and that's just going to continue here until we get till about 11 o'clock, maybe even all the way till noon for some areas. So very foggy conditions expected here over these next few hours. So just be on the lookout for that. We're going to still be dealing with it as far as these next couple of hours are concerned, but we are expecting to see it clear up this afternoon. We're actually expecting a lot of sunshine later on today. Remember to send me your questions. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, and on our website, as well as the app. I'd be happy to answer some of your questions. So, dense fog advisory in place. You see, it's not for everybody, just a few areas, mainly along I-35 and further on off towards the east. Visibility down to 0.3 of a mile in San Antonio, 0.3 of a mile in New Braunfels, as well as San Marcos. Floresville also having issues with visibility this morning, as well as down to Pleasanton, where visibility is below a mile. But you see there's already been a clearing in some spots, like Pearsall, Hondo, Kerrville has had a lot of improvement, and so has Fredericksburg. So some areas already seeing a ton of improvement. That's going to continue as we head throughout this morning. There's the view from northwest San Antonio, not looking too great. Same thing out towards Calaveras Lake. You see the fog is still really just kind of got both of those areas socked in. That will again, though, clear up over these next few hours. As far as the temperatures are concerned, you see the 60s. You can see the spots that are still dealing with a lot more fog than sunshine. Notice where it's 67 in San Antonio, 68 in Pleasanton, seeing some more 70s further off to the east. Maybe not necessarily sunshine, likely still dealing with cloud cover, but not dealing with that thick fog like what we're dealing with now. That fog really just kind of reaching down the I-35 corridor. I see some things coming in right now. Hello from Seguin. Hello to you, Star. Good morning from Gabriella. Good morning to you, Gabriella. Hope you have a wonderful Sunday. Sid says good morning. Good morning to you. And David says stay safe. I hope you do as well, David. As far as the temperatures are concerned compared to this time yesterday, you'll notice that we are trending mainly like about 10 degrees or more above average for much of the region, above what we were at this time yesterday. Over the last 24 hours, we've seen a lot of improvement in our temperatures as far as becoming a little bit warmer compared to those cooler temperatures that we had yesterday with those 40s and 50s that we started off with the day. I see a few questions about where's the dry line. Latricia says good morning from Bandera. David says good morning from Houston. Seth says hello. We're going to answer all these questions, by the way. Right now, showers and thunderstorms are really off to our east. You know, we talked about how we were going to have that chance for a few strong to severe storms. Well, they're mainly staying to the east. Just outside of the Kents 5 viewing area, there's a tornado watch, but that's over towards Houston. So it actually doesn't include any of the counties covered in the Kents 5 viewing area. So our friends towards Houston, they do have a tornado watch in place, but all we have is just a little bit of shower activity. You see that over towards Seguin, Floresville. None of that is expected to become severe. I'll actually zoom out and show you some of those stronger to severe storms that they're dealing with off to our east. The one that just went through Houston is continuing its way off towards the east and northeast. I guess it's kind of just north of Baytown now. But that lets you know where some of these stronger storms are. You see where the lightning is just northeast of Houston. That storm did become severe briefly, but it was not a severe storm for us. So again, I don't think we're going to be dealing with anything in the way of strong to severe storms anymore for South Texas. All that's left over is a little bit of shower activity, which is going to be really clearing up pretty soon. So this risk for severe weather that we were showing, that was mainly for earlier on. Now those stronger to severe storms have shifted east, and our friends, unfortunately, off towards the east Texas area, stretching into central and northern Louisiana, south central Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. They all have a moderate risk for severe weather. We hope the best for them because, unfortunately, that's the same area that got hit by tornadoes on Easter Sunday. So that was the area that got hit by the big tornadoes just last Sunday. Here we are a week later, and they're under a moderate risk for severe weather again, which is a pretty high risk. It's not a high risk, but it's a higher risk than what we typically see. So hopefully they can make it through today with weaker conditions. We hope hope the best for all of our friends further on off towards the east. But again, the severe weather risk really for us today has pretty much diminished. So here's what we have over the next few hours. By 11:30 this morning, we could see a ton of sunshine here in San Antonio. That sunshine is going to break through quick. It's going to happen with the blink of an eye. We're going to go from having a lot of fog and cloud cover to a lot of sunshine coming through. And that's just going to continue here as we head into the early part to middle part of the afternoon. Notice a little bit of shower activity there at 11:30. That's going to continue to shift east. By the time we get to 1:30 and 2:30, it'll be near Columbus. By the time we get towards 2:30, it's even east of Hallettsville by 2:30. So we'll all be under sunshine. And look at how quick the temperatures rise. We're talking 80s to 90s by the time we get to 5 p.m. today. So very warm conditions. It's going to be a gorgeous day to be outside. Make some outdoor plans. Just remember you continue to practice that social distancing if you do plan to head outside and do anything in the great outdoors today. We make our way into tonight. We're going to have a little bit of a clearing again, and then we're going to have temperatures fall down to the 50s and 60s. So cooling off a little bit this evening, mostly clear to partly cloudy sky, and then mostly clear again for tomorrow, and temperatures back into the 80s and 90s. Another warm day. If you like the warm weather, we've got a lot of it in the 7-day forecast. You're going to see that here in a moment. I see a few people saying good morning. I see Rachel says, you rock. Guys, I hope you're all having a great day. It has been gloomy, but we're going to get a nice mix of gloomy to nice weather, I guess, by the time we head into this afternoon. So then we head into Monday afternoon. You saw the 80s and 90s. We move into Monday night and into Tuesday morning. We're going to see a little bit of cloud cover, maybe a little bit of fog, but that should kind of mix out a little bit by the time we head into the afternoon on Tuesday. And guess what? It's going to be another warm one. We're talking 80s and 90s again for Tuesday. So let's talk about these rain chances. We have one system that's moving through now. That's the one that's bringing rain chances today. This is the upper level pattern, by the way. So we're talking about the jet stream level. This lets us know whenever we have little storm systems move through. Whenever you see a little ridge, like what we're seeing here, notice this little ridge that we have across the region. I'm going to draw it on the screen here. Right there. That kind of tells us, whenever we see one of those, that we're going to have drier weather. That's called an upper level ridge, and it's high pressure. It lets us know that we're going to have drier conditions with a little more sunshine, and that's going to be over our area. Notice as it moves, I'm going to erase it, but notice as it moves, Monday and Tuesday, it'll move over our region and then shift east. Once it shifts east, we're going to have a second system move through, which is going to bring us a chance for showers and storms. And it may actually pop up the little circle on the screen a little bit later than it's supposed to. So let me drag this over just a little bit. There it is. So Wednesday into Wednesday night, we have this chance for rain. That's our second chance for rain. And that's the only two chances for rain we have on the 7-day forecast, by the way. And that's going to be from system 2. You notice the little dip that lets us know there could be a little storm system move through, and that's what we're expecting there for Wednesday. I see Marissa says, will it be like this all day? The answer is no, Marissa. We're expecting a lot of sunshine this afternoon. It's going to be beautiful. I know it could be hard to believe right now because you look outside, you see the cloud cover, but we're expecting in the fog, we're expecting it to break up, we're expecting the fog to mix out, and we're expecting temperatures to warm into the 80s and 90s with plenty of sunshine. It's going to be a beautiful day. So make some outdoor plans this afternoon. I see, I love these videos, these live videos, best news team ever. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. David says, my birthday is this Thursday. Happy early birthday. Will that open up the Gulf moisture? Sid, the answer is there's going to be, yes, we are going to have some more moisture surge up to the north as this second system moves through on Wednesday out ahead of that system, but we're not expecting a ton of rain from it. You'll see that in the 7-day forecast for rainfall. So yeah, we're going to have some southerly winds ahead of this next system on Wednesday, but it's not expected to bring us a complete washout. You'll see that here in a moment. Joanne, right now we're not seeing any severe storms on Wednesday, but not saying that we couldn't see a strong storm or two, so we'll keep an eye on that. But it's not expected to be a big outbreak like what we had here, I guess, a couple weeks ago. So we'll keep an eye on it, though, and if things change, we'll, of course, update that in our forecast. Got my coffee mug here, by the way. I hope y'all are all keeping the coffee mugs full during this quarantine, and as we just social distancing. I've got my little Mississippi State coffee mug that I've been going to each day. Proud Bulldog graduate. So anyway, continuing through the timeline. Sorry, little sidetrack there. George says, is a good day to barbecue today? George, it is going to be a great afternoon to barbecue. And I'm jealous. If you head out there and do some barbecuing, take a picture and use hashtag Kens5Eyewitness. We would love to share it with everybody. That goes for anybody. If you're doing anything fun this afternoon, doing anything outdoors, going for a hike, as long as you're practicing social distancing, snag a picture and use the hashtag Kens5Eyewitness. We love to see y'all's photos. So the 7-day Qpf forecast, this is the lets us know how much rainfall we're expecting over the next 7 days. You see, everybody gets less than ½ of an inch. So that lets you know, yeah, Wednesday we're expecting some rain, but just some. We're not expecting a ton, because that's the only day over the next 7 days we're expecting rain. So less than ½ of an inch expected. Much of the rain will be east of I-35, much like what we saw today. And we'll have drier weather move in by Thursday and Friday. Now, not a lot of rain. You kind of want to see more, but the good news is we're not dealing with as big of an issue with drought anymore. We had a ton of improvement with the severe and extreme drought areas over the last 7 days. They saw the rainfall that we've had. We've really had improvement for weeks. So it's nice to see that, and I think we'll continue to see that improvement track hopefully over the next couple of weeks here. So this month, we're ahead for rainfall. This year, we're ahead for rainfall, but the annual average, remember, that creeps up because that's just the average up to this point. Let's hope we can stay ahead of it. Right now, we are ahead of our yearly average. We were 10 inches. I've said it a lot. We were 10 inches behind for 2019. So hopefully we can stay ahead for now. Your 7-day forecast. I know a lot of y'all have been waiting for it. Here it is. Looking like we're going to have a little bit of storm activity this morning again, but the rest of this afternoon is going to be nice. So that 40% chance for rain, that's just for this morning. And honestly, it's more of like a 20 to 10% now. Remember, that's going to continue to go down as we head throughout the day. By the time we get to noon, it's pretty much at a 0% chance, and we're going to have beautiful conditions. Mostly sunny for Monday, mostly sunny for this afternoon, mostly sunny for Monday. Partly cloudy for Tuesday. We have the storms on Wednesday that I talked about just a second ago. That continues into Wednesday night, but by the time you wake up on Thursday, we're dry again, plenty of sunshine, temperatures in the 80s and 90s. That stays around for Friday, and a bit of a cool down in time for Saturday with a partly cloudy sky and temperatures still in the 80s. So guys, looking like a great week ahead of us. Let's look beyond that 7-day forecast, as I love to do on these. First of all, I accidentally had one of my other graphics turned on. There's a quick look at the dew points. Notice some 50s over towards Rock Springs. So a little bit on the humid side outside. When we got dew points in the 60s and 70s, 50s not too bad, but 60s and 70s, that's a little bit more on the humid side. And obviously, we have a lot of fog outside, and we had a little bit of rainfall this morning. So dew points being that high kind of makes a little bit of sense. Looking beyond, of course, now moving on to the next graphic, 8 to 14-day forecast, showing below average rainfall possible as we head throughout the next, or as we head from day 8 through day 14, so beyond the 7-day forecast. And as far as the temperatures are concerned in that same time frame, could have above average temperatures. That would be the mid 80s to upper 80s, maybe a lower 90s, kind of like what we're dealing with over the next week. We're going to have a little bit of above average temperatures possible, and that's what we're expecting over the next 8 to 14 days as well. So the flu index, if y'all missed this yesterday, I love talking about this flu index. I think it's really interesting because we've had a lot of improvement on it over the last few weeks while we're all practicing social distancing. And you see there no activity now in New Mexico, Delaware, or Virginia. Now our neighbors to the east still have widespread flu activity in Louisiana, but here in Texas, just local activity. lots of improvement around the U.S. I hope we can continue to see improvement there, as well as with all the other issues that we're dealing with out there in the U.S. It would be nice that we continue to see improvement. Susan says it is raining hard in Victoria. Susan, I do not doubt that. We've had a lot of heavy showers off that way. The good news is nothing severe for you over in Victoria. All the stronger to severe storms are expected to stay off to your east. So Susan, right now, good sleeping weather in Victoria. But in about 2 hours, it's going to be a little bit more sunshine and good weather to head outside and spend some time outdoors. So the Lone Star 3-day forecast. I love to show this, even though not many of us are able to travel right now. You see 70s and 80s for much of the state. For Monday, same thing for Tuesday. By Wednesday, some more shower and thunderstorm activity. So not just is that system bringing us rain chances on Wednesday, a lot of our neighbors are going to get some rain chances, with the exception of El Paso, where the system will have likely already passed them, and then over towards Lubbock, where the system will have likely already passed them as well. So not just for us, but much of the state of Texas is going to have some shower and thunderstorm activity there on Wednesday. So, y'all, I hope you have a wonderful day. We're going to pop things back towards the radar here. Let me bring that back up so we can get another look at it. And there you see it. Just a little bit of rain over towards Seguin, east of Seguin, west of Gonzales. Let's bring it down to Victoria. There's that heavy shower in Victoria. Man, Susan, you aren't kidding. You have a really good shower over you. But I'm not even seeing the lightning within that. Maybe a rumble of thunder or two possible with that, just because it does look like there is a bit of an updraft. But all those storms that we were talking about over the last few days, they are now east of us. So the strong to severe storm possibility is pretty much diminished. Now all we're talking about are just regular old showers, heavy showers passing through. To give you an idea where all the rain is, it's all mainly east of I-35. If we look west of I-35, you don't see any rain. So drier conditions that are off towards the Texas Hill Country and to our west, starting to move in, and they're going to be sticking around for the rest of the day. So still, I'm in northwest San Antonio right now. I'm looking out my windows. I see plenty of cloud cover. The fog does seem to be mixing out a little bit, and I'm willing to bet I see a good amount of sunshine here in northwest San Antonio within the next hour. So guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. We're going to go ahead and sign off here. We'll, of course, continue to do these updates. More Ken's 5 is going to be on tonight during our evening shows. I hope you can tune in. Remember, if you do anything outside, continue to practice that social distancing. And while you're practicing social distancing, send us your photos here at Ken's 5. We want to see how you're still managing to do more things and be outside, but also being safe. Use that hashtag Kens5Eyewitness, KENS, the number 5, and eyewitness. We want to see what y'all will be doing outdoors. Bernice, the answer is the humidity will be going down here as we make our way more into this afternoon and into tonight. So right now it is humid, but the humidity is expected to start going down. So guys, have a great one. We're signing off here. We'll continue to keep you updated, of course, behind the scenes. Remember to follow me on social media, Meteorologist Andrew Wilson. I'll keep you updated on stuff this morning. And Meteorologist Megan Massey is going to be on tonight. So make sure you follow her on Facebook and Twitter as well. She's Meteorologist Megan Massey on Twitter, on Facebook. And on Twitter, it's Megan Massey WX. And I'm Andrew Wilson WX on Twitter. And we'll both, of course, as we always do, keep you updated on things throughout the weekend.